Jay-Z and the family, Beyonce and them, and I see what people are saying now. They're trying to say Beyonce looks lighter than usual. Um, they did the Mufasa premiere, and I guess that's why Jay-Z got in front of the whole situation as early as he could, because he knew he was going to have to make a public appearance with his family, mother-in-law and all, even though she's liking these posts. And I guess, what did he produce the score of the film? Because I didn't see the last Lion King that they did. This is the spinoff that, trying to tell the prequel of the story. They're trying to make the villain a hero. I guess Beyonce's in it, whatever. I only acknowledge the original cartoon. But anyway, they did the premiere, and everyone's saying, people, why y'all want Jay-Z to go down? Why y'all want a black man to suffer? It's not that everyone wants him to, I don't see people rooting against him. I mean, people have, they've seen, look, he's rolled with R. Kelly back in the day. In a lot of people's eyes, they look at that. They look at the relationship with Diddy, and when he made that letter and he was talking, stating his innocence, when he said his character and he's talking about his personality, people are like, okay, you're a former drug dealer from the streets of Brooklyn, so I don't know. It wasn't worded the right way. But either way, a lot of people are saying that NFL is going to cut ties with Jay-Z. And I'm like, why would they do that? The NFL has employed more criminals in sports than anybody. I mean, like, they got a guy on the Patriots right now, Jabril Peppers. He got caught with cocaine possession and allegedly strangled his girlfriend and choked out. They got 911 audio and the whole nine. He came back and played 2 weeks ago. Right? I mean, the Deshaun Watson, the massages, the freaky massages. It's the reason why a lot of women have boycotted football in the last few years, because they feel like it's a lot of domestic violent activity going on with a lot of these players outside of football and entertainment. Not saying all of them, but it's a lot of players in the NFL you got guys in the Hall of Fame. Like Ray Lewis ain't no angel. Lawrence Taylor ain't no angel. The NFL is used to dealing with criminals on a certain level. And, Antonio Brown was my favorite player for the longest. We know he ain't no damn angel, right? So they're used to this. A lot of these guys are not all role models. Some of them are just really bad people who just happen to be talented. But this was Rodger Goodell's response at the press conference.
And Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know that obviously the litigation's happening now, but from our standpoint, our relationship's not changing with them, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. The first part of your question is how the relationship's evolving. I think they're getting incredibly comfortable with not just the Super Bowl, but other events that they've advised us on, helped us with. It's been helpful in the social justice area to us on many occasions. They've been great partners that have provided a lot of value for us.
Oh, I mean, they're backing up Jay-Z. They're aware of the Silver allegations. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if they helped him with attorneys. You know what I mean? Like they've been in some really high-profile cases. They've had cases from the NFL that went to the Supreme Court. I mean, they've had high-profile cases, and they deal with a lot of guys who get into a lot of shit. So I mean, the football. If there's any business that was going to stand next to Jay, it was probably this. Now, somebody had a good point about his business ventures outside of rap and how a lot of them don't seem to do so well, but yet Jay has this reputation of being a great businessman. He just lost his cannabis company about a month ago. They shut that down. He was charging niggas like $50 for blunts. I was like, whoa, Then you had Tidal. Right, I knew like 2 people who had that. I think the subscriptions was like $20 a month at one point. The catch was you could get his catalog. That didn't, Apple and Spotify shut all of that down. Just a lot of ventures haven't necessarily been that well. But this is one of his biggest things right now is, when he's not doing movie scores, I guess, is, the NFL halftime show. So, yeah, they're going to stick with Jay-Z. And it's like people keep saying, oh, people are trying to turn on. No, people just want to see what's going on. And people are not all, I think some people are waking up and they're realizing you can separate entertainers from, personality. Like I say, Michael Jackson, I love Michael Jackson as an entertainer. I don't sit here and try to defend everything he did as a human being, like outside of entertainment. No, I can't justify a lot of that behavior he was on. You know what I mean? R. Kelly, same thing. I don't feel bad if I listen to an R. Kelly record from back in the day, but I'm not sitting here rooting for him to come home and all of this other stuff either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these people, when you do what you menaces to society, have to be punished. Period. Now, this comes out to be true. Now, who knows? You got stories out here now, some guys saying he's Jay-Z's biological son. It's all kind of shit coming out the woodwork now. You know, it's not going to get any settled. It's you know, hopefully for the NFL, they hoping by the time Super Bowl comes around, they can kind of ease on out of this. But, yeah, Rodger Goodell and the NFL is going to, they stand by their people. I mean, because there's a lot of cats that are playing football right now that if they were in any other profession, they would be out of a job. And that's just the truth. You know what I mean? You see it all the time in the NFL, so it shouldn't shock anybody. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think long-term Jay-Z and the NFL's relationship will last, or is the NFL just selling you a bag of goods? Let me know what y'all think.